if the White Sox lose the division, I'll be the biggest mouth in this town.
So many fake tough guys. I'm tough. Let me be a tough guy, knock out a couple guys in spring training. I got married. The world is upside down. The #1 bachelor in Chicago got married.
You know why the White Sox fans love me? Because I give my heart.
Oh, wow. That just got emotional.
Wow.
This could be the best episode of Being Guillén ever. Welcome back to Being Guillén. And for all you geniuses out there, it's a Christmas show.
What you think?
Yeah. With the legend Ozzie Guillén, the little legend.
I should be the Grinch.
By the way, Ozzie Guillén as the Grinch is going to definitely be a new Guillén tradition. But we're going to start it off with the best gifts we have received. And obviously, health is always the best gift that you can get. But for me, obviously my kids, but physical gifts, okay? Physical gifts. Growing up as a kid, my favorite gift of all time, knowing it wasn't a baseball glove or a catcher's gear. That's why I'm not in the Major League Baseball. Probably Vladimir Guerrero Jr. got a bat and a ball when he was like 1. My best gift ever was a Ferrari, okay? That the movie had just come out. What's the movie with Macaulay Culkin when he was a millionaire? Richie Rich. Okay, Richie Rich. And there was a car in that movie, and I got a similar car to Richie Rich, but it was a red Ferrari. And this is before, electric cars were sold everywhere in the United States. And I woke up and I came and I saw it and I said, man, I love that. That's the best gift I've ever received as a kid.
Well, nobody knows this about Being Guillén because we actually should devote a whole show to this topic. My favorite gifts were always, I was a huge, avid wrestling fan, like WWF. So my favorite gifts were always involved around Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, Legion of Doom, Bret Hart. Yeah. Anyone, I literally used to...
You like your guys strong.
Yeah. I literally used to call, I thought it was for free. I used to call a hotline, like 1-800-TALK to Hulk Hogan, a.k.a. Terry Bollea. And I used to call and he's like, are you eating your vitamins, brother? And I'm like, yes, I'm eating them. I'm doing everything I can to be like you. Little did I know that he was, bald and he always had that bandana. But my favorite gifts were always around wrestling.
As a kid, what did your parents ever give you other than a beating?
A sweater.
No, it's funny because when you get a gift, it's like anything. I remember you get a glove. I was a kid to get a glove. Then all of a sudden, my glove, couple of weeks, disappeared. And obviously,
you got I got Osvaldo gave you a beating.
Beaten pretty good. And a year later, this is a fact. Okay, I can use my dad's number and ask him why. A year later, my glove appeared. And Santa Claus, we call it Niño Jesus.
Yeah.
And Santa Claus show up with a glove. And I look around and say, oh my God, it look like, I say, and I told Santa Claus, thank you, Niño Jesus, and I told Santa, Niño Jesus, gracias, thank you to bring the glove I lost last year.
It's a miracle.
No, it's like, wow, I can stop believing in you. So like, okay, feel bad for me, here's the glove. Then all of a sudden, I turn to be a man, be a dad. I say, I can't believe my dad beat the crap out of me and give me the same glove.
By the way, here's the thing. The fact that they thought you were that slow.
I might be that
You
stupid.
said, this is the same glove?
No,
this
but
is a miracle.
I said,
he got on his sleigh and came all the way down to Venezuela.
No.
And he said, and you didn't have a chimney. He said, here you go.
Besides that, we don't believe in Santa. Well, we don't know Santa Claus. In my time, we know Santa Claus is American.
Let's just say it how it is. When you were a little kid, they said the guy in the red suit goes only to the United States.
Yeah, he's not coming here.
And when I grew up, we changed the game. We said, no. We get both guys.
We got one here and one there.
We got the red suit guy, and
if you grew up like us, we said we get El Niño Jesus, and we get the
Reyes Magos,
and we get the three wise men.
The three wise men.
Yeah,
they don't really in the United States. It's like a.
I don't got any. And then you know what? I remember you guys in the Reyes Mago. I don't know how you say it in English.
Three wise men.
Okay, you know what I get?
Candy.
You know what you guys get?
Money.
Shoes, stocking, and all that stuff. There's a little difference between my Christmas gift
trust
and
me.
your.
Your dad was lying about you getting gift.
If your dad would have been an MLB player,
it's not bad because that for us it was a big deal. Oh my God! I remember one day I know have money when you born, and I don't have money to buy you a Christmas gift, the one I want. And your uncle
So you gave him the
Johnny.
glove. You gave him the glove.
No, I should get the glove and bring it back
Say,
and beat
son,
the crap out of it.
This is
This
my
Uncle-
gift to you. It was given to me in
Uncle
1978.
Johnny and your grandpa,
They paid for the.
they pay for the Christmas gift.
Wow.
And they bring all the equipment because I don't have enough money to buy what I should. And those two guys went out the way and buy Christmas gift for
Actually,
you.
I was thinking about doing the same thing when I have kids. Ozzie makes more money than I do. So I'm going to say, hey, can you take care of my kids' gifts and then maybe include a PS5 in there? For the older
Hey,
guy.
this is the best. My brother
I say, please pay for my kids.
broke. My brother was broke.
I
think
is?
he is. I
I'm
don't know.
kidding.
Okay, and I remember him giving Christmas gift money to buy for his kid. Oh, the Sony show by 8 o'clock. No, late, early in that. He say, I just got, ¿cómo se dice robado? I
just got robbed.
I just got robbed. The money you give me for my Christmas.
I just got robbed, but he has a bottle of scotch in his back pocket.
Wait a minute. Yeah, I say, now then I had to take some stuff from you guys, give it to him. I almost got divorced. My wife, now she was right.
Smart guy, my dad's
smart
brother.
guy.
He goes,
Then after
I
that-
just got robbed. And then he's like, I got a fifth of Hennessy behind me.
Yeah,
He
it's
goes,
like,
I actually
and,
have a bottle.
Since that day, I think he said, if you do this to your own kids, you cannot be my friend.
Is it, you're taking,
Because
you're taking presents from the other children.
No, you own kids.
So he was bad Santa before bad Santa.
So I love the fact about Christmas and
That was
and
exciting.
Niño Jesus. No, because
It's
the
exciting.
excitement. No, because the excitement of the innocence of the game. I remember, like, I got a Juan Gonzalez jersey, and to me, Juan Gonzalez. I used to see Frank Thomas every day. So to me, Frank wasn't a big deal. I could be like, Frank, I'm coming over, hanging out in your house. So I didn't see Frank. I saw more Frank as a friend. Juan Gonzalez, I didn't know Juan Gonzalez. So when I got his jersey, like, to me, the feeling of being a child, a superhero, innocent, okay? I think when you have that love, like now with players, I'm looking at their contract.
No, it's
I'm
also-
looking at their jersey. That was not fun.
Before I forgot, we went to Christmas. We went to my mother-in-law house, my wife's mom, and we live in Caracas. This is like 30 minutes away from Caracas. Oh, the son, Christmas gift, they get the gift. And for some reason, this idiot, this one here, the little legend, the pin in the butt, want to leave to Caracas the next day because in Guarenas
My mom-
was El Niño Jesus.
My mom told me, you don't live here. Santa doesn't have this address. He has your other address. And these people are partying for a
we
week.
partying.
And I'm
we
like,
partying.
we need
And
to
every
get
day
out of
go,
here.
hey,
We need to get out of here.
Let's go home. And I was choking.
You know what's funny? If Adela asked me to go home,
Let's go to if it's Adela's in the Bears, I said, Dad,
have to go.
Let's go home. Santa already went there.
No, I will drive Adela. But you, I was drinking and partying.
I have
all
a
the time.
feeling that Adela Santa has all the addresses.
so let us know what your best gift was. And again, I always love the magic of Christmas, Niño Jesus.
Christmas.
Coming up, Luis Aparicio. I'm gonna say this right now. He is a legend in the United States. And every single player, every time Luis walks into a room, should get up and bow to this man.
This is all we needed.
Let's go! We're taking the W and bringing it home. Trust me!
Let's go meet the family.
Tenemos un invitado fuera de este mundo.
De los Tampa Bay Rays, mi compadre Randy Arozarena. Un aplauso para
El día de hoy lo ha hecho como jugador, lo ha super hecho como manager.
Ese Carlos Gómez es muy bueno para los trompos. Y ándale, ándale. No más pregúntale a Mackey.
¡Ay, la sacó la tequila!
I'm Julie Alexandria.
And I'm Jennifer Mercedes.
Between the two of us, we have over 2 decades of experience working in professional sports.
We're telling the stories of women who are at the top of their game in sports and business.
Whoever you are and however you come to the party, that is not only okay, but it's needed in the space. So if you want to come in here and I want to wear my Hope earrings and my red lipstick, guess what? I can still talk ball.
Welcome
To the locker room.
Welcome back to Being Guillén, the Christmas special. And one of the greatest gifts the Guilléns family has ever received is an absolute legend, is the guy who has a plaque in the most special place in Major League Baseball in Cooperstown, okay? We only have one. Loco Cabrera's not in there yet. His name is Luis Aparicio. I'm gonna say this right now. The guy who gets the least credit in our country of Venezuela.
Yes.
He is a legend in the United States. And every single player, every time Luis walks into a room, should get up and bow to this man because we only have one of them. And we have had the honor and the pleasure to actually be around Luis, the greatest player to ever be born in Venezuela, to this day, be our friend. And Luis is a very old school guy.
Very fickle.
Well, people think that he's mean. He's not mean. He was just born in a different era. If you love him and you care for him, and he knows that you actually care for him, he's actually a very laid back guy. But when it comes about baseball and talking about things like talent and judging a player, Luis does not bend his knee for a lot of greatness. So he's a very serious guy.
You know, whenever I think about Luis, I always think about my dad's first day managing in Chicago, that they brought Luis and David Concepcion and Chico Carrasquel. We were behind the cameraman, and you learn from a very young age here in Chicago to appreciate little Luis, and you hear about the stories about Nellie Fox. And the last thing I'll say about Luis Aparicio is that I got to hear really, really great stories when he was managing Winter Ball. I got to talk to Angel Bravo, that was his teammate and his friend, I heard stories about them going gambling in Arlington Heights at the racetracks in the 50s and the 60s, and how they were just, you know, loving and killing life. And obviously Luis' accolades in the field, you don't have to, those are Hall of Fame credentials. But the fact that we are friends with him, your number will be retired next to his. It is a very, very special city with Venezuelan shortstops, and the love affair hasn't stopped, and it continues.
It's funny because I grew up with, in baseball, I grew up with Luis families. I grew up with Ernesto Aparicio. Ernesto Aparicio was uncle, dad, the guy raised him through baseball, and I grew up with that family. And to me, when I, compared to Luis, it's like, what, really? But I have the opportunity to meet Luis, was my first manager in Winter League, and to me it was an honor. Tremendous shortstop, very bad manager. Very bad manager. But anyway, this man, we create a friendship off the field, and not too many people had the opportunity when your hero can be your friend. And I did it. I did it because I always, obviously, everybody in my country should know baseball. This is the best ever. When we had, and the number one and the first one ever go to Hall of Fame, and had the opportunity to be his friends. Not like what's our Luis, a good friend, a great friend, and the respect we have for each other is amazing. I think we come up with friends because Uncle Ernesto was in the middle of my life. You know how much I love Ernesto. And besides that, let me tell you, when I was managing Venezuela, little Luis hate to leave the house. You know, want to be bow. I call him grouchy, you always miserable, whatever it was. And I call his wife Sonia, who is Angel Bravo. Sonia, and I can hear Luis say, I ain't here for no one. I'm talking on the phone. I can hear him talking, go, Sonia, hi, it's Ozzie. Oh my God, it's Ozzie. That's the only one I'm talking to. Come on, that's how a good friend is. Look, I got goosebumps. Then I come out and say, Luis, let's go have a lunch. And we have a lunch every time.
Were you in Maracaibo?
In Barquisimeto.
Oh, he lives in
Barquisimeto. You should live in Maracaibo, but you're not, when people don't love you in your own country, something's wrong. And as I just say early, we not appreciate what Luis Aparicio mean to us. Number one sport, the best one. And I always say that we got to wait to Luis to die to say, wow, we just lost a great one. Bunch of hypocrite people. I hate him. I hate that because we remember people in my country when they pass away, not when they're alive. All of a sudden we have a lunch, we go to eat, we have a couple of drinks, we talk about baseball, we talk about Chicago. One thing I regret, I hate, I'm sorry, I know, by Luis, I told him to come over to Chicago, spend all summer here with the White Sox fan, with White Sox people. And he always told me, yeah, this year is the year. Bring it to spring training. But I never did. He's a different type of guy. And I had the privilege, because Luis don't have that many friends. He know a lot of people, but the privilege, I can say I'm Luis Aparicio's friend. And one day, I wish my number be retired because I know be the next two Venezuelan shortstop be next to each other. That'd be one of my biggest dream, or maybe the biggest picture I'm gonna take. Put in my house, it could be that one.
So I love the fact that one of the greatest things that White Sox fans have is that I learned early on, and not because Venezuela, I learned it here in Chicago, who Luis Aparicio was. So I go back to Venezuela and be like, Luis Aparicio, and people be like, who are you talking about? Kids my age. Because we haven't done that. In Chicago, everyone lets you know, Chico, Louis, Ozzie. And like, that's something that we've been very proud, you know, and then obviously Maglio, the right fielder, but Chicago has a lot of pride, especially the south side of Chicago, of letting you know who Luis Aparicio is. You know, the Go-Go White Sox was the last team that had been to the World Series. So I grew up with it. So like I always saw him as a huge legend. So it's funny because every time I'm around him, I always feel uncomfortable because I know I'm friends with him. But as a baseball man, when Luis talks, there's not a lot of guys that I'm very quiet to in Venezuela, okay? Because everyone in Venezuela thinks they're baseball geniuses and they're not. Luis Aparicio is one of those guys that when he's in the room, I'm like, it's Luis Aparicio. It's the type of same feeling I get with Miguel Cabrera. You're at that level. And I get critiqued all the time because I get that with Luis. A lot of younger players are like, that old man doesn't pay attention to me. And I'm like, he shouldn't. Who are you?
Luis Aparicio is an idol and an icon. No, and that's why I really love White Sox fans, that they still show him his love. And why is that? Because he has a statue in the outfield. By
the way, I think the White Sox will treat him better if Luis let them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
He is a legend, and that's why I think that he is a gift. And I wanted to share him on this Christmas because had Luis been Dominican, I still would love Luis Aparicio just because of his connection. Minnie Minoso is not Venezuelan, and I love Minnie. Like I would love anybody from Venezuela because I grew up with Minnie. I never saw Minnie play. Well, I actually saw him get at bats, but I never got to see Minnie play. But I got to see Minnie Minoso growing up. Number one White Sox fan.
Every day.
Number one White Sox fan because Minnie was not making money like
just every day.
Minnie was just there, and it's funny. But I always wanted Luis to be like that Minnie part 2 because Chico got to be that guy to be always around. So I've loved the fact that I actually, for us as a gift, we've been lucky because we've been one of the only few people that Luis is allowed to be in his inner circle, like Angel Bravo, of talking about baseball and, you know, dominoes, life. Because again, you only have so many years of your life, and we've been very grateful that when we get to go to his town of Barquisimeto, we get to see Luis. The fact that he actually says yes to travel to the United States when we've asked him to be at things like Ozzie's first game in the big leagues. Because so a lot of other people, you know,
you will say no.
You would say no. This is a funny Luis Aparicio story. The Chicago White Sox gave Luis Aparicio and every other member of the Hall of Fame a ring. Okay? And they wanted them to come to the ring ceremony. They called Luis, and Luis is like, I don't think I can make it. You know, and we're like, you need to make it. Like, Jerry is doing this. Like, you need to be there.
I got in trouble for that.
You need to, like, Ozzie give your ring. Okay? Like, it's an organizational thing. But he's that guy. He doesn't think he's a big deal.
Yeah.
Then he's like,
maybe that's a thing
he doesn't think that he's that type of guy. And then it's ironic because you look at him and you're like, you see him as a superhero. But he's like, whatever, you know.
He's not going to Hall of Fame ceremony.
Yeah, correct.
He's like,
he's missed the last 40. The only one he was at was the one that he got inducted.
Luis gets to be at the Oda Saga hanging out with other Hall of Famers. Like, I'll bring Luis.
He's like, nah.
Like, I'll bring Luis number 2 just to sit in the room.
He goes, I'd rather just hang out in Barquisimeto.
Hey, man, same bar,
same
restaurant. They do the thing every day. Do the same thing every day.
Oh,
and still drinking.
Little Louis knocking him back.
No, little Louis is.
That's why he's our hero.
I'm just saying. So that's why he's this guy. Thank you, Louis, and we've been very blessed to be having you in the Guillén family and being your friend. Coming up on Being Guillén, Chicago, we're gonna give you gifts.
Let me do the Bears.
Okay. You're gonna do a beginning of the Bears again?
My Dica, where are you? We need you, buddy. We need you.
Coach.
Mike should get $100 million. He wouldn't coach his team.
No.
Believe it or not, I'm hungry.
That's the Dominican Fat Joe. You know a good man when he does something for somebody that can't do nothing for him.
Gloria Estefan.
No, it's possible.
Looking for the best gifts this holiday season? Head to the La Vida Baseball shop on TeamBrownApparel.com, where you can create personalized gear that will let your loved ones rep their heritage and style.
Welcome back to Being Guillén. Christmas time, ho, ho, ho. It's the time of the year when we're
You
going to
look
get
like ho,
Chicago.
ho, ho,
Actually,
ho, ho.
I'm looking a little bit of Rip
No,
Santa.
you're funny. Maybe 2 weeks ago you were whole. Yeah, you lose a
I'm
lot
looking
of
okay.
weight. You did.
Chicago, we're going to give you gifts.
Gotcha.
Gifts. You can give the Bears gifts.
Let me do the Bears. Okay.
You're going to do a beginning of the Bears a gift?
My Dika, where are you? We need you, buddy. We need you. Coach.
Mike can get $100 million. He wouldn't coach his team.
No,
unless it's from his house.
No,
but no, you're right.
I don't know much
But you know
about
what, though? Maybe they need to call Mike Ditka. Maybe they need to talk to Lance Briggs and the NBC studio guys. Have a conversation because you keep doing the same mistake as, again, White Sox fans. What am I going to give you? Gift. Patience. Okay? Patience. You cannot sign one. White Sox fans think if tomorrow Jerry goes in and says, I'm going to spend $300 million, they think that World Series is guaranteed.
Oh, I got half it last year.
They think the White Sox fans are obsessed with this. They think World Series are won by this. Instagram, Twitter, and social media and swag and how woke my team is.
Change the game.
You need to win on the field. You could be the most woke team in the world. Jerry Reinsdorf has been the #1 owner in giving charity back since he was been an owner in Major League Baseball. He has won World Series because of that. There's another owner there that probably did 0 charity and has as many rings. Maybe has more. So you win on the field.
If I were to give the White Sox a present, obviously, I don't think you can win a World Series with Gavin Sheets and Larry Garcia in the lineup. I would give the White Sox a right fielder, a second baseman, and a starting pitcher.
But what kind of right fielder second? Good.
Anything that is not Adam Eaton $8 million that they released.
Soler?
Anybody. Gavin Sheets is not going to get it done, and neither is Andrew Vaughn. If they're in your starting lineup and they're getting 500-600 at-bats, prepare yourself for another division title and a first-round exit. If I were going to give the Cubs a wish list, obviously you love a Carlos Correa and another starting pitcher. But
a wish list.
A wish list doesn't mean you're going to get them.
Okay, the gift for the White Sox.
They need that.
Okay, you know what they need? A gift for fans. Give the starting rotation a golly. I almost cursed. Better starters. They have people out there. Give better start. Don't start like.
So let me explain it to you. So you're not saying get better starters.
Do better.
No. He's saying get better starts from the starters. So I think that's great.
Yes.
If the White Sox potential, if the pitchers do what they're supposed to do.
Okay, White Sox know they're going to win. We can't go 2 innings. Links go when Links go 6 or Hero. Giolito 5, Z 7, 2.
Did any of them get past the 4th inning in the playoffs?
No. I'm not talking about playoff. I'm gonna watch those guys every day. If they want to get better, those 5 guys out of that rotation had to get Tony La Russa at least 6 2/3. That's how the White Sox going to win. Why? The starting rotation destroyed big time the bullpen through the year. Believe me, I watch it every game. The starting rotation, step it up. Start pitch, not like Instagram, not like we talk about you guys, how good they are. No, step it up. And all the swagger and change the game, all the marketing department, stay away from it. You're not going to win games. Instagram, marketing department, I'm better than that and better than No. How you win games? Step it up. Everybody had to contribute. The only way the White Sox going to win is to contribute and be honest with the players. You know, I'm tired to hear a player talk about Tony, talk about this, they don't treat me right. I should be pitching, I should be playing shortstop. Enough is enough.
The gift for the city of Chicago in every sport, every political...
Don't about the gift for the city of Chicago.
It's called accountability. Okay? Be accountable to what you say you're going to do and live to your potential.
What
if you
gift?
suck,
What?
If you suck, just say I sucked and I fell short. Don't give excuses. Don't live on the hype and say just because I did something nice today means that all the bad stuff hasn't happened. Accountability. If we had to go one thing in Chicago, I would do accountability. Every team would be so much better.
Wait. Tony, I don't know how much longer you're going to manage. I hope you manage it for 100 years. Start for you. Look, I'm your friend, and you know that. Take your thing off and start talking the way you should be talking about the players. Why? You get fired, you Hall of Famer. You win. The only way you're going to win is you make those players
They might need a safe zone for players to start crying.
If I were going to give a gift to my dad, it would be to learn how to chip from 20 yards in.
I'm going to drop the finger on you. Oh, my God.
I think, no.
If you're going to give Ozzie a gift, you're going to give him I can chip 20.
I would give him the chipping from 10 to 15 yards in off the green.
Why would I give Oney as a gift?
A championship from Real Madrid. Champions League.
No, I think.
Oh, my God.
No. I
already know how to chip. Oh, for my drives to be straight.
No, I would give Oney a gift of patience. Because when he is golfing or playing in baseball and he lets his mood take over him, is done. He is in any team the heart or the cancer. Because how he goes, the game goes. And he ruins everybody.
And on the team, in his family.
In his family. Like if it's going bad, he'll let everybody know how bad it's going. If I had to give Ozzie Guillén a gift, is
move to Madrid with
to be able to hit
Adela, and also
to be able to hit a 6-iron straight.
Well, thank you, and we will give you guys hopefully more Being Guillén as your gifts, and hopefully you guys can keep.
And Oney, you want to give me a gift?
6-iron.
Get a kid.
Oh,